bankroll turns into 2,500 or 2K, then I would drop the 22s, right? Like just keep adjusting. If you go on a downswing, drop the highest buy-ins and add some smaller buy-ins. If you go on an upswing, drop those smallest buy-ins and add some higher buy-ins. That's what I'd do. Jamie, encourage them to keep an eye on what happens to MTTs because I'm now getting 40% or more on stars. They've improved, and if the volume drops, it means my volume may shift 80% on party. I will 100%. 100%. I will do that, you know? Great bluff because tournaments are really important for the poker ecology, right? Like you may think from a spreadsheet point of view that you don't need tournaments to run a successful poker company, but of course you do. You know, like tournaments are what's exciting and what's interesting and what culture comes from on a poker site, right? What the news comes from on a poker site. It's what's interesting. So you need a tournament schedule, whether it's less efficient than the cash games or not. Like it still needs to be a thriving community. Do we raise here with the flush? I think we do, yeah. I mean, this is a thin raise. They can have some full houses and flushes, but I think we can. It's too bad. We lose a big pot there. Queen 8, we're going to fold to the 3-bet. But I will great bluff 100% for sure. Yeah, so, I mean, I think some of the things with like changes of reward structures and stuff like that is that I do believe what Party Poker says and what other companies say as well, which is, okay, if we incentivize brand new players of the game, you know, players that are first day on their account, they sign up, they're going to last on average like a day or something like that, right? If we incentivize them more, they're going to stay around a little bit longer, right? And they're going to play in a few more games. And as a pro player, you're going to be playing against a few more of those players, which is going to impact your bottom line. That's true, right? Like I believe that to be true. It's obviously really hard to prove that and to see that, you know? And then also the shift of that takes time. So I think that's smoke and mirrors, right? I think what's important is the total spend of money on cash back is what's important. You know, I think if you give it all to pros and nothing to recreational players, the games are going to be super tough, but you're going to get a lot of money on rake back. If you give it all to recs, none to pros, the games are going to be super easy. Pros are going to make some money, right? I think that balances. I think it's total spend on the reward systems, and then where in the reward system in games is it being spent. So it's slightly bad news for tournament players in that it's taking some of the rake generated from the tournament players, giving a less percentage back to them and giving more percentage back to some of the more efficient games. So tournament players effectively are the only ones that are losing in this in the long run when everything balances, right? And then cash game players and sit and go players and spin players are the ones that are gaining from the tournament players a little bit in this scenario, right? But I don't think it'll have an effect on the pros' bottom line long run. Short run, it will. Like, you're going to earn less rake back this week, right? But the games will balance. That's how I think about this, these changes. And I think that's true on other sites as well. It's the same thing. I have to go on a break. I got to pee. 5 minutes, okay? Thank you so much for the sub. BNK24. Can we get some love in the chat for BNK? Thanks for your support. Appreciate it. I'm going to be back in 3 minutes, okay? Poker Staples on Twitch. Stay with me. So the plan is to call here, I think, against a river bet.